The new year is a time of hope and optimism. And for many years, I would set lofty goals for myself. And then life would happen. And I repeated the cycle again and again, feeling like a failure every single time. This year, I'm approaching goal setting from a different perspective, and I'm feeling so much more at peace. Hope this resonates with you. The first thing I'm doing is challenging my goals. If you're anything like me, you sometimes set goals without even bothering to ask why. It just seems like the thing to do. Or it's a goal that you've been setting year after year, and it seems so familiar to you. So you just keep including it on your list. This year, challenge those goals. For each goal on my list, I asked why, and why. If the reason for the goal is not convincing, then it's gone. For many years, I've wanted to own a beach villa, as you saw in my video on Vision. When I go walking, I admire those lovely homes along the beach, and I imagine myself sitting in one of them and looking at my favorite beach. Why? Because there's something so appealing about opening my door and looking at the sea, or being lulled to sleep by the sound of the waves. Does that appeal to you too? Another why is because I want the security of having a home over here so that I don't have the hassle of moving later in life. And my final why is to have a place for visitors. But with a bigger home, especially one by the sea, comes many responsibilities. And now I'm quite enjoying the simpler life. And the beach is just a stone's throw away, and if family and friends come to visit, there are many villas and apartments available for rent. And of course, I'll keep curating and minimizing my stuff, so moving later in life will be less of a hassle if I need to. So less is more, and I've decided to remove that villa from my list this year. Let's say your goal was to earn $1 million. Why? So you'll be financially free. Why? So you won't have to work so hard. Why? So you'll have more time with your family. Can you achieve the desired outcome without having the $1 million? Is there any way you can spend more quality time with your family now? Perhaps a higher paying job or some passive income could buy you some time. There's often more than one way to get our desired outcome, and sometimes we put so much undue pressure on ourselves. So ask why and why and why, and get to the root of the matter. The next thing I'm doing is focusing on my daily achievements. It's all about the process and not so much the end result. So if today I've done the best that I can, I'm celebrating my achievement. According to James Clear, your goal is your desired outcome, but your systems are the daily habits that help you to get there. I used to have a long reading list every year, and I'd be so disappointed at the end of the year when I didn't check them all off my list. So this year, instead of saying I'll read 12 or 24 books, I'm reading for 30 minutes every evening before bed. And every time I do it, I'll celebrate my win. And even if I miss one day, I'll resume the next day. At the end of the year, if I've achieved more days than not, I'll be proud of myself anyway. You might have a goal of decluttering your entire house this year, but that seems so overwhelming. Instead, say in the month of February, I'll spend 15 minutes every day working on my closet. Do that every day until it becomes a habit, and soon there'll be no more clutter. The third thing I'm doing is removing obstacles. So I want to get 8 hours sleep every night. What's really preventing me from achieving that goal? Yeah, I get carried away scrolling on social media. So I've added a bedtime alarm to my phone, and when it goes off, I put the phone away. You can remove your Facebook app or mute your WhatsApp notifications or put the phone in another room to avoid distraction. If you plan to walk outdoors for 30 minutes every day, but it's the rainy season or it's snowing, perhaps you can get your favorite playlist out so that you can have a dance party at home, or you can watch your favorite workout videos on YouTube. Removing obstacles and having a backup plan is going to set you up for success. The next thing I'm doing is having a maximum versus a minimum target. We all have those days when life is lifing, as we say here. We are not motivated, we are in crisis mode, we are feeling depressed and anxious. For those days, set a minimum target. So my ideal is 30 minutes to 1 hour of exercise every day. But for bad days, I'll settle for 15. And the 15 minutes can even be 3 5-minute sessions. Or if I can't declutter for 15 minutes, I'll set my timer for 5 and go through the house and try and declutter 5 items. If you can't reach the moon, it's okay to reach a star or even a tree. For me, gentle goal setting is all about balancing achievements with self-compassion and grace. It's not that we are letting ourselves off the hook, but we are putting contingencies in place for challenging days. We are keeping only those goals that are meaningful to us, and we are celebrating our small wins. How do you feel about having gentler goals? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Thank you for joining me today, and as always, give yourself some grace. Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. See you soon.